And yes, it is. This is Pittsburgh Works and the Pittsburgh Property Diva, Lauren Klein. Of course, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville, over 100 million in sales. So obviously, she is a real estate professional with good intentions on helping you find that house of a lifetime. Listen, we always love hearing from you. Anything that has to do with real estate transactions, you need to give us a call right now. The phones always pick up whenever she drops by twice a month. So please call us now, 866-391-1020. Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKA.com, or you can text us on the Red on the Motor Line, best deal in town. Now, I know how many of you have said, boy, how could I be Lauren Klein, or what do I need to do to get into this amazing profession? She's got a workshop coming up at the Comfort Inn Penn Hills on February 6th, and she's going to tell you about it right now, PittsburghPropertyDiva.com. You can log on, of course, Facebook and find out information as well. But this is something that is a must for anyone who is in the business or is considering being in the business. And I think we all owe you a great deal of gratitude for saying, you know what, out of my 24/7 life, it's busy, busy, busy with my husband, Chris Klein. He, of course, Pittsburgh Beautiful, as they are streaming live to Facebook. You want to pass on this wealth of information. So it's going to be some extra work for you, but it's going to be definitely worth it. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so glad to be here today. I'm a little bit cold, but glad to be here. And I'm super excited about this workshop. It took me about 6 months to develop, and not develop. It took me 10 years to develop it, but it took me about 6 months to write it and put it together and package it up for a workshop that I plan to host 4 times this year. My first one is on February 6th. It's at the Comfort Inn on Rhode Island Road in Penn Hills. So I'm going to do an east, which is the first one, a north, a south, and a west.
Why are you doing this?
Because I'll tell you why. I come across a lot of new agents in our industry who really, really struggle and don't understand what it takes to really make a difference and be a good agent. So I mentor. I've always mentored. Anytime somebody asks me a question or needs help or just needs a pep talk, I want to hear from them. And a lot of times I get agents on the other side of transactions that are at different brokerages, and they'll tell me, this is my first transaction. So we spend an extraordinary amount of time just trying to get them comfortable with the process and the paperwork and all of the things that go on between us opening doors and getting to the closing table. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in between that, meeting your client for the first time, trying to capture a client, relating to people and making a good impression, getting them to actually decide to work with you as a listing agent or a buyer's agent. And then it doesn't stop there. That's just really where it starts. And that's the hardest part sometimes, is just getting a client. And then, once you're done doing the whole door opening and showing houses, and then you're writing contracts and you're negotiating inspections and scheduling this and scheduling that. And there are a lot of moving parts, a lot of components to what we do. And they don't teach you that in real estate school.
But you better be ready to work.
You better be ready to work really, really hard, and 7 days a week. It's not an instant gratification kind of industry.
It's going to be happening on February 6th, Comfort Inn in Penn Hills, PittsburghPropertyDiva.com, the quickest way to get more information and to be a part of this. This is my thought process, and I don't know, you may agree or disagree, but a lot of people are saying, well, why would you want to give trade secrets away? If she decided to, I've sold enough, I don't want to sell anymore, or if there's some sort of ulterior motive here. This is my thought process. The reason you're doing this, for people who want to get into the industry, you want them to start off on the right foot. You want to give back a little bit because of your success. People who are already in the industry want to kind of hone their skills a little bit more, whether they've been in it for 5, 10, 15, 20, doesn't matter. Obviously, your resume speaks for itself. But the more people that are professional when they're starting out or in the business, it makes everyone's life easier.
It makes everyone's life easier. It makes the other agents that you work with easier. It makes the job for your lenders easier, your title company, your inspectors. And what you're doing is valuable to the consumer, and you want skills that set you apart from the masses. And truthfully, I think that everybody deserves a good start in this industry. It's not an easy business to get into, and the better we are, the better the industry is, and the more consumers value us. And there's plenty of business to go around for everybody. I say it all the time to new agents. There's plenty of business.
Think about this in the day of cyberspace and the World Wide Web, where everything basically is a click away. Pretty much everything that was bought and sold has been now bought and sold on the internet. But this is still the one business where a person, a breathing heartbeat, truly matters.
I think so. I value my clients. I value their feedback. And I'm constantly making adjustments to my process to accommodate all of the ups and downs that happen while we're in the middle of a real estate transaction. So, my goal is to get ahead of problems. And if I can teach other people how to do that, be better, don't just show up and be great.
What day of the week is February 6th?
I think it's a Wednesday. But if anybody wants more information, they can call me, they can text me, or they can visit Facebook. There's a link on there to register, and seating's limited.
It is a Wednesday, by the way.
It's a Wednesday, and or you can go to my PittsburghPropertyDiva.com, and there's a little tab there. The workshop itself is called For Real, and it's for real estate agents.
Is there going to be snacks there?
Oh, there's a continental breakfast and lunch.
Really?
And we get to spend the whole day together.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, listen. Our numbers, I said snacks, and I lost my train of thought.
Snacks.
866-391-1020, Dollar Bank, Instant Access, KDKRadio.com. Text us on the Red Automotive line. That's the same number that you dial in, 866-391-1020, best deal in town. Any real estate thought process right now running through your mind, call us. She's got the answer. Stay with us.
Are you a realtor who needs to up your game? Is your lack of organization and process holding you back? I'm Lauren Klein, the Pittsburgh Property Diva, and I will show you how to increase your business and gain clients for life. When my journey started a decade ago, I didn't have a clue. Real estate school did not prepare me for the ups and downs of this business, and the only training I had gave me shady sales techniques. I realized that to be successful, I needed my own process, a system to get clients, provide stellar service, and keep them as lifelong referral sources. That's why I've decided to share my process with you in one easy seminar. My system is a must. My process is real. There are no subscriptions, memberships, or products to purchase. I will show you my system in one day and help you unlock the secrets to success that have taken me almost 10 years to develop. For more information and to register for my next workshop, follow the link in this post to my website. I'm excited to help you make the most of your real estate career. Your career is worth it, and you deserve it.
Okay, we're back with Lauren Klein, Pittsburgh Property Diva. You know, this is a minimal amount when you think of the wealth of knowledge, and we can say it, $300, okay,
Yes.
to go to this thing, which I've done a lot of seminars, been to a lot of seminars, and that is really a great price when you think of the years and what you're bringing to it, the location, what you're offering, and the information. And let's face it, you would have loved to have had somebody do this for you when you were young.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, when I got into the industry 10 years ago, I was like a fish out of water. I had no idea what to do, how to do it, how to capture a client, I didn't know anything. And what was really sad back then was that nobody would help me. I'm telling you,
Very competitive business.
It was very competitive and nobody wanted to help me. So I got information from where I could, and the more time I spent doing open houses and sitting floor time, which is, where agents take turns sitting and answering the phone, hoping that a call comes in. And it's actually really good opportunity to pick up business that you wouldn't otherwise have access to. So I started sitting open houses and just talking with people. And it was about 2.5 years. Every Sunday, I'm sitting at open houses. And before you know it, things started to just kind of pick up on their own. But there is a bit of it's not a science, it's more of a psychology to the business. And if you don't know how to move through it productively and with some kind of knowledge.
Direction, right.
Yeah, some direction. It can be really tricky and overwhelming. And a lot of people they say, I can't do this after 6 months.
See, you may not say this, but Erin Moya, who's your assistant, who has a real estate card-carrying member, I think her success has a lot to do with her being with you from day one.
Well, she and I work very, very closely together. And if anybody knows my process and how I think the best way to get things done is, it's her. And not only does she follow the process and handle so much of my back end work, she's actually meeting clients and taking them out to show houses. And I think she's really, really loving what we do together. And we're constantly reevaluating and making changes so that things are even more perfect than we thought they were.
One of the questions and by the way, if you have any questions in the way of real estate, now would be a great time to call. All of our lines are open, 866-391-1020. I sold for many years radio, and television, and I did very well. But it just got to a point where there was just too many other irons in the fire, and I couldn't really do it anymore. But I always believed honesty, best policy, but personalization, talking about family, who you are, where you're from. Do you think that's okay to kind of melt the ice, break the ice by talking about if you're from the same area, your likes,
Absolutely.
Your kids, what they're doing?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you another thing that connects you, aside from like family and work, and hobbies and things like that.
Right.
People love to talk about their pets. And you know me, Leon, I could talk all day about my dogs and my cats.
I know.
But there are all different things on many levels that you can connect with people. And once you're able to make a connection, an authentic connection,
right,
not phony, authentic. I had the pleasure and the privilege of taking some new buyers out yesterday afternoon after my closings in the morning. And they're actually in town from San Francisco, California. And we spent the afternoon together looking at some houses, Squirrel Hill, Oakmont, Forest Hills. And I really enjoyed them. I left them in the afternoon. It was maybe 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was driving home, and I thought, now that was just a really nice afternoon. They didn't buy anything, but we had a really nice time together, and I got to see some houses I hadn't seen on the market, and they got a little flavor of our great city.
Right.
And, my industry, my work brings me in touch with a lot of different people from all over the country.
I think all of us romanticize about various homes. We fall in love. Every listing, every sign I look, sometimes I go around the block. I love the whole idea of real estate and that transaction whether you do it for a business or you're doing it just to find a home, it's never gotten old with me. And I've been around real estate in one form or another for 30 years. Do you still get giddy seeing some of these homes?
I get super giddy.
Really?
I really do. And yesterday, I almost had tears. I was at a closing yesterday morning.
Right.
First time home buyer, veteran, and we closed on his house.
Great offers if you're a veteran too out there for
Oh
financing.
my goodness! Well, he was just an amazing young kid, and his girlfriend and their little girl.
Oh.
She wasn't at closing, but she looked at houses with us. And the closing yesterday morning was so sweet and so much fun, and they were so excited.
Absolutely.
I almost cried.
Well, yeah.
So yes, after selling, I don't know, 500-600 houses, yes, it still gets me every time in my heart.
Hey, this workshop, again, February 6th, Rhode Island Road, Comfort Inn, Penn Hills. Go PittsburghPropertyDiva.com. Be a part of it and start your journey. Or if you've been on that journey for a while, get out there and learn a little bit more. And obviously, you can give and take a little bit with her, and you give her some advice too. So the more you communicate, the better you're going to be. Hey, we're going to get to some new listings in just a moment. By the way, if you want to reach her, 412-628-8286. That's 412-628-8286. When you think about the various type of houses that are popular right now, and I'm all over the place because I see, subdivisions going up. I see these old communities becoming new communities again. I see a lot of what's happening where I'm from because of the investment of this Shell petrochemical plant. I mean, it's just staggering. What really is the hottest type of house selling right now?
That I think it's different for everybody. I would like to see more patio homes, ranch style homes on the market. Those usually sell very nicely, and I'm finding a lot of people who want that one level living, or mostly everything on one level, including a first floor master. There aren't a whole lot of those to go around, but different for everybody. I have people who want townhouses, who want their move up house where they've had more kids and they're busting at the seams at their old house. So I don't know if there's any one style house that is super popular. I think all houses are popular.
All houses?
Yeah.
I know. The beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
It is. Somebody will fall in love with something that, somebody else wouldn't fall in love with. So it's a very personal experience.
So black pepper is the new tan? What this
Black pepper is a new paint color. We're calling it the new beige. There's a link to it on my Facebook page. Now, I can't remember.
It's Benjamin
because
Moore.
I looked at it last night. If it was
Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah,
They'll find it.
Benjamin Moore or Sherwin-Williams, but it's called black pepper, and it's the new beige, and it's real pretty. It's kind of gray. It's kind of beige. It's kind of, I don't know if it has a little bit of a green tone to it, but it's really pretty.
You like it?
I like it.
So is it like for all rooms? Living room, dining room,
kitchen?
kitchen?
You could do some accent walls. We're seeing a comeback in wallpaper, believe it or not. I know how much you like wallpaper, Rob. But not the old style wallpaper. It's new. It's exciting. It's pretty. And people are just putting on one wall.
Yeah. Just one wall?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes just one wall, like an accent wall with some really fabulous wallpaper.
What do you got new listings going on right now?
Ooh, well, I didn't put any new listings on this week. In fact, the new listings I put on at the beginning of the month have already sold. But I do have some price reductions. My really big, pretty house at 1008 Coldstream in Canonsburg, 5 bedrooms. It's massive, 3-car garage, absolutely gorgeous. Gourmet kitchen. I just lowered the price from $599 to $579.9. That'll be open next Sunday, not tomorrow. Weather's going to be too crappy tomorrow.
I can give you a check for that right now.
Yeah,
if you like.
it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I also did a price reduction on 120 South 15th Street, Unit 1 in the South Side, which is a 1-bedroom loft-style unit. It's on the first floor. That's a pet-friendly building, and I lowered that price to $239.9. And it's just a couple blocks off East Carson Street.
We're going to talk when we come back on what if the thought process of when you finally push comes to shove and you go, let's reduce the price a little bit. And I know it's different for everyone, but it doesn't mean anything other than your opportunity awaits you with this price reduction, right?
Well, yes, and sometimes a listing just needs freshened up with a price reduction, and we'll talk about that when we come back from the break.
All right, listen, if you're thinking about putting a house on the market, you're looking to buy a house, you're in the process of selling, you need information when it comes to home inspection, all of that stuff, it is the Pittsburgh Property Diva waiting your phone calls right now at 866-391-1020. Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKRadio.com. And you can text us on the Red Automotive line, which happens to be the same number that you phone in with, 866-391-1020, best deal in town. Impending snow, how much will we get? Following that story, Melinda Roeder in the KDKA Radio Newsroom, and she has the latest coming up in just a couple of minutes. And then we come back with more with Lauren Klein, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville, Pittsburgh Property Diva, KDKA Radio. to talk more about these price reductions with her. She's Lauren Klein, Pittsburgh Property Diva. Also, she's got some investment property out there, too. 412-628-8286. Next hour, it's MediConnect, the senior zone. But I want everybody to know about this workshop again as we return. This is going to be an incredible opportunity for those in the real estate industry, those headed to the real estate industry who really want to shore up their game and have a really surefire way to be a winner in this incredible profession that has made her, in my opinion, one of the superstars. She works at Coldwell Banker Murraysville. So tell us about what's happening. Comfort Inn Penn Hills on February 6th. PittsburghPropertyDiva.com is where you can find out more and get registered.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that, and I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to share all of this information that I've gathered over the last decade with my colleagues and new people coming into the industry. But it did take me a very long time to put this program together, and I'm going to have a binder for everybody with all of my proprietary forms and processes and dialogues and anything that I could think of that would help somebody get started in this industry, or somebody who's just kind of struggling and like frustrated, like, well, what can I do different? I think this will help. Maybe send you in a different direction. So everybody's going to get a binder. I have a free giveaway, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's very cool. And I have 2 excellent sponsors. I have a lender coming to answer questions, and I also have a title company coming to answer questions.
That's awesome.
So I really tried to condense everything into one day and collaborate, ask questions, just feel it out and get some good information, some good forms, some good processes. And a lot of it is just a lot of common sense that we don't even think about. So it's going to be a nice day, continental breakfast, 2-hour lecture, lunch, meet with lender, meet with title, ask questions, and then another 2.5 hours on the back end. And again, question and answers and collaboration. So I think it's going to be great.
I got to believe there hasn't been anything you haven't been asked or you haven't heard.
Well, there's something new all the time. I'm telling you that this industry is wild.
But I think the biggest thing they can take from this is how to actually interact with customers.
I think that's a very big part of what we do, is just relating to people and meeting them where they are and helping them achieve their goals in the best way possible.
All right, now listen, PittsburghPropertyDiva.com, and you can always reach her at 412-628-8286. Investment property, is it a completely different ballgame?
Yeah, sometimes. I guess it is. You have to be a certain kind of buyer to buy investment property, but I actually listed something in Pittsburgh. It's 8 units.
Oh, neat.
It's completely turnkey. 5 residential units and 3 commercial units. So if somebody's looking to have rental income and maybe put some businesses in, if you have an existing business that you need new space for, basically, if you do it the right way, you are making money right out of the gate because nothing needs to be done. 2 of the residential units are rented, 3 are vacant, easily to be rented. But my seller is just, she's tired of being a landlord. So she's clearing out her inventory. And this is actually a great opportunity for somebody who does want to manage property and make rental income.
What's your advice to someone who's been saying for the longest time, I'm going to end up buying maybe 10 or 15 units between now, I'm 40 and 60, and then I'm going to retire off my rental property income? What are you telling them right now as they're ready to take that first step? Think about it. Maybe you shouldn't, or make sure that you have enough finances to carry yourself until you get a few years into this.
Right. I was going to say, be very cautious with your investment financially. Pick a good location that you know you can get a rental income from and be able to increase that rental income over time. Mm-hmm. Pick something if you can, unless you're handy, which I'm not. Everybody knows that.
That's okay. Me neither.
I am not handy. But if you're handy and you want a project, then that's a different type of investment property. If something you want to put money into and elbow grease and your time and energy, or if you want something turnkey. Know your skill set and make sure that you have enough money that you're not struggling on a personal level to make your investment work.
All right, price reductions. I want to go back to this.
Okay.
What makes you say it needs freshened up, but when is it to the point where you have to at least consider it, and when is it to the point where you have to do it?
Well, I think anytime when I list a house, I really want it sold quickly. And 3 things need to line up in order for that property to sell quickly. And add to it the timing of the year. So right now we're in our spring market, January, February, March, April. Those are the busiest times of the year for us. So if your house has been on the market for more than 30 days or 60 days and traffic is really slowed down and you're not getting any action, you really want to consider a price reduction or take back from the feedback that you've received. Like, sometimes it's harsh. Maybe it's dirty. Maybe it needs clean. Maybe it smells funny. Maybe it needs a good paint job.
And maybe the market's just changed, too.
Maybe the market's changed. So, you want to think about all those things collectively. And if price is the only thing you can do, then reduce the price. And what happens is when you do a price reduction, the property recirculates on the multi-list, on Zillow, on Trulia, and about 1,000 other websites where people are looking for houses. So even if you reduce it modestly, you're still going to get in front of people all over again. So, and sometimes a property gets to the point where it's stale. So it might need new photos. It might need a new description and a new price. There's all sorts of things that I take into consideration when I do my price reductions, and I don't do them without being thoughtful. So, you
don't always do them, even if you think you need to, and then the house ends up selling. So this is something that, through years of expertise, it's different for every situation.
It is, and I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did, but you just have to watch how people are shopping and what they're looking for at a particular price point.
Right.
And then there are unique properties that kind of don't fit any market analysis mold. They
have a life of their own.
They do, and I have a couple of them, and they're really special properties, but it's just not for everybody. 5010 Beach Road is a magnificent log cabin that I have on 14 acres.
That's pretty awesome.
It's incredible, but there's not a whole ton of people want to live in the middle of 14 acres in a log cabin. So that is considered a unique property. They tend to take a little longer to sell, and price adjustments and all that kind of stuff. But oftentimes you just have to wait for the right buyer to come along and buy it. I
have an amazing question for you that we will save for after the break.
Okay.
This is what you call a tease, folks. We want you to come back. So do come back. Next hour, MediConnect Senior Zone. Melinda Roeder's got local news, everything on the snow, AccuWeather forecast. We've got you covered on this weekend. We're here with you until 3 o'clock. And then our special tribute to Martin Luther King Jr. Obviously, Dr. King, the big celebration Monday. We'll have a 3-hour broadcast today looking at his life and legacy on KDKA Radio from 3 to 6 p.m.
Are you a realtor who needs to up your game? Is your lack of organization and process holding you back? I'm Lauren Klein, the Pittsburgh Property Diva, and I will show you how to increase your business and gain clients for life. When my journey started a decade ago, I didn't have a clue. Real estate school did not prepare me for the ups and downs of this business, and the only training I had gave me shady sales techniques. I realized that to be successful, I needed my own process, a system to get clients, provide stellar service, and keep them as lifelong referral sources. That's why I've decided to share my process with you in one easy seminar. My system is a must. My process is real. There are no subscriptions, memberships, or products to purchase. I will show you my system in one day and help you unlock the secrets to success that have taken me almost 10 years to develop. For more information and to register for my next workshop, follow the link in this post to my website. I'm excited to help you make the most of your real estate career. Your career is worth it, and you deserve it.
All right, we're back. And listen, I think that all of us need to understand that the only way you're going to understand this business, if you want to get in it, is be a part of this workshop. So please tell them about the workshop.
Okay, so the workshop, it will be the first of 4 this year. And the first one is February 6th, which is a Wednesday. Registration's at 8:30 in the morning. You have to pre-register by February 1st. So there's another 10 days left for everybody to register. Anybody that wants to come, you could go to pittsburghpropertydiva.com, hit the For Real Workshop tab on Facebook. You'll see a couple commercials. It's real easy to get to, and it's very easy to register for. From 8:30 in the morning until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, breakfast, lunch.
Well, That's going to be a nice day.
It's going to be a really nice day. A giveaway. Everybody's going to leave with a binder, and any questions I'll answer. And
I like Comfort Inns too. I do.
Yeah, it's
nice property.
It's going to be great. So I hope anybody that's out there that's thinking about being a real estate license or just got licensed or is kind of struggling, I hope you'll come and learn all my secrets, because I am going to give them all away.
No. Listen, this is the question.
Even my fashion secrets.
Are you?
Okay. Maybe.
I could use a few of those.
Maybe.
You think this lipstick's too dark? Anyway, I was watching that 70s show with Ashton Kutcher. It's a long story before I came in today. But I got to ask you this question, and this is the question I was teasing the audience with, but I had forgotten during the break, so I let you do your seminar. Now I realize what the question was. The question is this: should you be buying a house thinking that you're going to have to sell it someday, and will it be appealing as much to you then as it is now? Meaning, this guy buys the log cabin. It's great, But should you be thinking, hey, this is wonderful, but when I go to sell this someday, are people going to be really excited like I am about this house?
100% of my clients are concerned about resale value.
From when the moment they buy it?
Yes. They want to know, they want to know they're making a good investment, that they're going to get at least their money back. And again, I don't have a crystal ball, but I do tell my clients, take care of your house, maintain it, do something to it every year that holds the value or increases the value. Paint, keep the exterior nice, take care of your roof, your big mechanicals, your furnace, your air conditioner. Have these things serviced on a yearly basis. They will last longer. Have somebody come out and take a look at your roof every other year. NASCO Roofing is excellent. I called Dave twice this week at NASCO Roofing for help with roof, 2 roofs, and have your roof checked, have your gutters cleaned, take care of your house, and it will pay you back in the long run. Everybody's worried about resale value.
Listen, if you see a house in the neighborhood that you hear might be up for sale, is it proper etiquette to, if you see that person out, and say, hey, I heard you're thinking of selling?
Well, see, I'm not a real pushy person.
See, I'm just saying this because everybody has that dream, and I love my house, believe me, love it. But because I'm getting older, you start thinking ranch home.
Right.
You know, you want that one level, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And there happens to be one in my neighborhood, and I don't know if the guy's thinking of selling, but
Well,
I'm thinking
sure.
of asking.
As a neighbor, as a person, if you see somebody and you say, hey, listen, if you ever want to sell your house, let me know.
See, now I think that's proper etiquette.
Yeah, if you ever think about selling your house, let me know.
Now, if you're sending a Mayflower truck over before they go down, then that's not so cool.
Let me help you move out.
What do you see the problem in your real estate industry that you're bold enough to say, and your husband's brilliant. I mean, what he does on Pittsburgh Beautiful for you, I think
it's amazing.
Yeah, you're lucky.
He is.
You're lucky somebody hasn't offered him a whole lot of money to do this and go somewhere
Well,
else.
as long as he stays here with me.
He will.
That's all that matters.
He will. Somebody's got to take care of all those dogs and cats, right? But listen, what amazes me, though, is the fact that you see so many things either trending before they trend, and you've learned from a lot of your mistakes because it's really helped you, and you're still a very young woman doing what you're doing at a high level. What frustrates you about the young people coming in that I know you're going to simply say at this wonderful seminar on February 6th at the Comfort Inn, Penn Hills, that's wrong? What are some of the things that you just don't like that's happening now?
I think half the battle with buyers and sellers are expectations. Okay, the expectations don't line up with reality, and that's my job. And when I talk with people and they say, my buyers, they say, this is my budget and this is what I want. Sometimes those expectations do not line up with the reality of the real estate market. Same with sellers. They have a number, a value in their head that they've placed on that property, and sometimes it doesn't line up with reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is the Pittsburgh Property Diva. The workshop, February 6th, Comfort Inn, Penn Hills, Rhode Island Road, 412-628-8286. If you want to call now, leave her some information. But better yet, just go to PittsburghPropertyDiva.com. Definitely worth the price of admission because it is going to be a wealth of knowledge. You buy this seminar, you're going to be using this knowledge for your entire career. Always a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, stay with us because the news with Melinda Roeder, the latest on the weather, is next, and then MediConnect Senior Zone.